Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I have a few messages for you this morning. There was a brief flash of words that went by my inner vision. It was FKN, awesome. Somebody's really excited about something, and then I heard, let me out. And it's as though someone that has been messing with you has been ensnared or entrapped. And so you were successful in defending yourself against whoever this is. Apparently you're a dignitary, a person considered to be important because of high rank or status. There was a song that went through mine, a song lyric, who's minding the store? And so whoever was minding the store of commodities, this curator, isn't any longer. Those who were against you are talking to each other about congratulating you. To me, this rings of deep insincerity. They're only wanting to congratulate you to, I don't know, try to switch sides or something. Then Wellington was mentioned. So Wellington is the capital city of New Zealand, which is a thriving movie industry. It's also a town in England, which is one of the top 10 most dangerous small towns in the country. The adversary, or this curator of energy, is saying that you're solid. You're solid with your connections, and they're realizing that solitude is how it strengthens that connection. So, you know, they thought that by putting you in solitary confinement, that it was going to weaken you. That by cutting off all of your connections and shutting you down every which way that they could think of, that you would never advance or elevate or evolve. And they're starting to understand that that was a mistaken perception. Someone said to another, you're okay, as though they have protection, and others are not so fortunate. Someone has been, they were being requested to do something, and they said, I can't, I won't. So this curator, weasel boy, foe, whatever you want to call him, they were under the mistaken impression that you did not evolve or grow. They were under the impression that you were stagnated in the old you. And they were ignorant of your rebirth. They don't know this new you. Everything they're throwing at you doesn't work because the old you is no longer present. Meaning you evolved. You transformed yourself. You stopped doing the things that you were doing, and you maybe developed some new habitual patterns that were more healthy. They kept insisting that you needed to do something, like take some sort of medication or some sort of habitual pattern like smoking or drinking or whatever. They refused to admit that you quit or that you changed the way that you were operating in your life. Something was mentioned about a stage name, and I will leave that to you according to whatever it is that it brings up in you. Somebody's asking if the house is blocked off, like caution tape, like the streets got shut down, like something happened and they're wondering if the house is blocked off, like maybe it's a crime scene or something. Someone thinks that you are easily discernible. It's able to be perceived by a sense, like sight or smell. evident and noticeable. It could be that you are, that you have this capacity to discern easily. You are able to judge that which is good, as opposed to that which is bad. And they're asking each other, quite shocked, what did they do to her? Apparently, whatever happened to you is pretty awful. This is the second time that they've exclaimed this in that manner. The previous was, whoever did this to her, like they're getting delivered what for? They're asking each other, she has the strength? And they're being told, she has the strength. They're very concerned about you. They're looking over their prophecy or something, and this curator says, but backwards. Whatever they were expecting happened backwards. Like they may have been looking for innocence, and when you arrived on scene, perhaps you were still the old you, and you evolved into something, or you released all of the attachments that were affecting your mental body and emotional body and behavioral patterns. It's like you freed yourself from something, and then you came into the true you. And so it's like it happened backwards. See, you came from the bottom and you rose to the top. You released all of the hooks, the weights, the spells of blame and shame and ugliness and all of that stuff. But whoever came against you, they started at the top, and it's like they're falling to the bottom. And it's like a suffrage or an atonement type of a thing. It's like whatever it was they made you experience, they're falling into the experience. So it's going to get exponentially worse, I suppose, because, you know, it started out really, really bad. Apparently they're telling each other, they overdid it. She snapped. And when you snapped, it's like all the cords, all the connections, the hooks, they stopped functioning properly. And then you started clearing them out. It's like you short-circuited something. And what they thought was working wasn't. So these ones they're always talking about esexual sensitivities, you know, this energy. And it's not about sacred union for these ones. It's about harvest. So they want to gain as much energy as they can. And they want the explosive energy of the esexual chakras, root and sacral. That's where they harvest while they're connected. And also, I think they're planting seeds. You know, these they're offloading karmic debt when they extract. So it's an extraction. They call it an equal exchange. They take from you this energy, this beautiful powerhouse energy, and they use the sexual energy and esexual energy, and they turn it into power. That's what somebody said. I use the esexual power energy and I turn it into power. And that's what these ones do. They come in, they gather the energy, and then they offload the karma to, you know, you can't take something out without putting something back in, and that's what they do. And then they take that energy that they harvested and then use it for whatever illusions or manipulations they wish to do. They use your energy for it, and it's got your signature on it. You're an oracle, which is a priest or a priestess, a medium who provides advice or prophecy. Someone's being asked if they're familiar or if you are familiar. They could be asking if you have one, or if something that is in your energy is one. They might be discussing a friend or an associate. Or if there is a knowledge or a place. Someone said it had to begin on Friday. And I think that's when the SHTF, they're talking about infiltrated. Something was infiltrated. It's like you purposefully planted yourself in the den of vipers. Like you infiltrated something. You know, it could have been like some weird kind of trauma bond, you know, that was orchestrated by the divine. You were planted in this den of vipers, and then you became the microphone, the transmitter receiver of information in this space. It could be that you're like a virus. Whatever energy you possess or embody is also infiltrating this space, changing the dynamic of the system of these parasitic entities. They're talking about Mexico, something about Mexico. I don't know what that means. Please take it as it resonates. They're talking about accusations. Now, they say accusations, but Google says accusations. So accusations, I'm guessing, is a charge or a claim that something illegal was done. And then the other day, I received message, they don't know where to send the charges. I thought that it was like a DEW attack, but it could be that there's these accusations, a charge or a claim, and there's still uncertainty as to who is responsible for whatever this event or circumstances. That was the other day, and it could have been cleared up by now because they said something about Mexico. So this could be the origination of whatever this is. There were two feminines with longer hair, and they were sitting at a smaller round table, like a dining room table. And they were discussing what they were going to have for lunch. And then all of a sudden, they leaped up from their chairs, and they stood up really quickly. And what I heard was, "You don't!" I thought it was them speaking, but it's like there was something on the table. It's like the table spoke or something. Like the ancestors utilized the vibration and frequency of that object to send a message. And these ones were freaked out. They jumped back so fast from that table. It was weird. I couldn't hear it the rest of the statement. It was, "You don't," and I don't know what message was being conveyed, but it freaked them out. It shocked them. Someone said, "There's going to be monsters." So apparently next week or sometime between now and December 1st, there is going to be a significant event. Some people are saying that it's going to be UFOs and spaceships or whatever, you know, by the Space Force and the fighter jets of the military. Like it's going to be this big sky show, you know, that's going to freak everybody out. So apparently there's going to be monsters. There was something about a detective. So somebody is investigating. There could have been an undercover detective that has been gaining some kind of clarity in this situation. This curator of human energy tried to give something to somebody and they wouldn't take it. They said that it wasn't their policy. Apparently they have to go through a specific channel. There's no direct acceptance of anything things must be vetted, tested, and found to be safe. So he's trying to plant evidence, or he's trying to be sneaky about something. He's trying to avoid the channels of command. Then I heard a sound like a whistle, kind of like, you know, a bird in the forest, like maybe a military or a warrior, like an indigenous warrior, you know, communicating with animal sounds in the forest, you know, like the ninja foilers. Ninja foil, that was a terminology that had been utilized in a previous download. So this could be the ninja foiler, warrior, communicating with the animal sounds. And then there was somebody that said, you let people go. They're talking about blowing something up. And it's like they want to release people to take you out. It's like you're the target, and the other casualties at this point really don't matter. It's like you let people go. So it could be that, or it could be that whoever they've been working with have been released somehow, sacrificed. I don't know how that might look. Take it as it resonates for you. They've been watching you for a very long time. They've been monitoring you, recording your life and the events of it and your emotional responses. Somebody said 7 years ago. So they're talking about 7 years ago, you were in this or that state, capable of doing this or that, whatever that was. And now 7 years later, apparently you've evolved or activated into the real you or a new you. Somebody was saying something, you don't have a clue what's going to happen to the rest of us. So they're insisting that you care. And the people that they've been working with, I don't know. It's like whatever it is, whoever they're talking to isn't involved in what they've been doing and isn't privy to the why, the how, the where, or the when, or whatever. And they're kind of insisting that somebody care about their situation. But, you know, they're not very nice and very selfish and brutal when it comes to getting what they want. I don't know why people just don't choose love, you know? Anyway, somebody said something about embroidery. Now, embroidery is an embellishment or an exaggeration in a description of an event. It's also some sewing, but this is the definition that I'm going to use. So somebody embroidered, they embellished and exaggerated the description of an event. And this could have been something to do with your history and why you are in the position having to rise from this bull crap, you know, in the first place. And you may not remember what it is. Somebody lied on you hard. And they're lying right now. So, and then somebody said, she's homeless. And then someone else said, they are homeless. And they're arguing with each other, saying, because she's innocent, she can do whatever she wants to do. So they tried to accuse you of crimes that you were not guilty of. What is that called? Bearing false witness. hundreds, if not thousands, a whole community, if not more, were bearing false witness on this embellishment or exaggeration of a description of an event. They all bore false witness against you, and you were found innocent. And now shit's hitting the fan. Excuse my French or language, but yes, it's getting real nasty for them. They're talking about the children. They're saying that they're the other day somebody said the children were innocent, and now they're saying something about the children and that they're dangerous. So what happens, as far as I know, and I don't know because I don't personally know any of this, it's all been part of my testimony over the last 2 decades of this invisible battle. You know, they're trained. And, you know, in the first 4 years of life, let's just say that. Let's go to science. In the first 4 years of life, the psyche is trained and developed into its foundational state. So the foundation is set. The frequency is set. The vibration is set. The belief pattern is set. And they use the, what do they call them? The minors to get away with atrocious deeds because people don't typically punish minors. But these particular minors are, they're not like normal children. They're complaining that people are losing their positions. And they're talking about an entity attachment. So it's like they're losing their positions. It's like maybe they're getting some sort of a severance package or something, because somebody asked, do I have to claim anything? And a deep voice said, no. So it's like they're being let go and they're getting offered a severance package and they have to provide some sort of a signature or something. You are an empress. Or you're resting in empress energy, which is the nurturer, the benevolent mother. They're concerned because something is everywhere. So there's a substance, an energy, an essence, information. It could be that in the collective field that we all share, there's some form of information that is everywhere, like it's in all of the minds or something. And somebody says, we have got to do something. I saw a pen and a letter was being written. On the tip of the pen was a bunch of lint. You know, when, I don't know if women are familiar with this. When you carry your pen in your purse, a ballpoint pen, sometimes, you know, you get debris from whatever it is that you're carrying in your purse. And if the ink on the tip of that pen is exposed, then its lint starts to collect to it. So when you pull it out and you write with it, it's usually got some stuff on it. Well, this person, whoever this person is, they didn't clear the lint from the tip of this pen. So whatever they were writing on this paper had debris on it. It has lint on it. It has dirt, grime. It's polluted. It's not clean. It's not pure. Whatever they're writing in this letter is dirty. It's false. It's not accurate. Something to that effect. Someone said, are you sure it's taken care of? They're being told to be gentle with her. She's psychic. Someone else said, F you. But they didn't say F. They said the actual word. And then someone else said, okay, let's do it. So they've got a plan. And it has to do with a peaceful transition. What I got from this was they were going to approach with friendliness and the best of intentions, but it's an act because they want to lure you into a space or a place where you won't be suspecting anything. And then they told me to stop posting this stuff. And I asked Spirit if it was my team, and they said no. So I'm going to post it. You deserve to know. So apparently you don't know how strong you are. They're talking about your fire, your light, your inner flame. And again, they said they're homeless. So they've been working with people, and these people have lost their home. So they don't have a place to live. Now, house is also a word for the temple. So you can take this any way it resonates. But you know that when the temple ceases to house the spirit doesn't disappear, right? I mean, it's just houseless. Apparently you've gained a victory here, and you don't have any clue what happens to the winner or to the loser. You're not in it for the win. It's like your intention and expectation was to live your life authentically, transparently, and expansively connected to the divine, you know? The family of the all that is. And they were in it to get whatever it is that you're going to gain. You don't even have any idea of what it is that you're going to gain or what it is that they're losing. That wasn't what was driving you into this victory. You weren't in it for the stuff. You have integrity and honor and a will and a desire to live peacefully. They're complaining to each other. They were attacking an innocent person. You weren't low vibrational. You weren't hateful. You weren't doing anything to anybody or trying to get one over on anybody. You weren't trying to take something or gain something off of somebody else's suffering or effort. You were in it, adding value to your own soul, expansively, stretching your ability, you know, like a rubber band, your ability to remain balanced and harmonious within heavy-duty challenges, stretching your limitations mentally, emotionally, energetically, learning how to be patient and to manage that energy in a very challenging circumstance. You were innocent, and you were being attacked, and you had to develop skills. And apparently now something in you is too great. They don't know how to manage it. They're not able to manage it. They pushed you to the limit. They said that they took it too far, that everything snapped and broke, and you got free. Someone seems to be pondering the idea of self-harm. They could be homeless, very distraught. You know, and if they've been living a life of luxury and getting away with all of this stuff for the longest time, they're in very low energy, and now you're not taking care of them. The populace or whoever that they've been getting this energy and money from, they're not being taken care of in this present moment. They're having to take the responsibility for their own well-being, and they don't know how to stand on their own 2 feet. and they don't have the inner light, the inner spark. They can't glow up. So they're having a difficult time processing these dark mental thoughts and energies. The foe, the curator, whoever this person is, they were mentioning, they said annihilate, which means to destroy, to utterly obliterate, to defeat utterly, or to convert the energy of. And they're thinking they need to do an orgy to get the energy to accomplish whatever this magic is. So that's the message from this morning's meditation, and I will see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.